I'm Daniel Stonecipher with Engineering Trust Boundaries and a board member of the IT community of IFMA. We welcome you all to day 2 of the FM Tech Week 2026, presented by Schneider Electric. This session is brought to you by IAdea. It is my pleasure to introduce John C. Wang as he takes us through his session titled Fewer Tickets, Longer Life Cycles, a facilities guide to the next generation of meeting room and signage technology. I appreciate everyone joining us from around the world today. Let's jump right into the conversation, John.
Certainly, Daniel, thanks for the introduction. It's a great pleasure to be invited to the FM Tech Week. IDEA has been a member of IFMA. I checked for the last 5-6 years, and we started out being a technology-driven company building Internet of Things devices for retail space, for enterprise workspaces. And during the past few years of being with IFMA, I've learned that the job of a facility manager is really covers a lot of ground. So I hope to be able to contribute a little bit in our space and help to solve a few conundrum around technology, the use of technology in workplace. So I'll get started with my session, and I actually have a few slides, so I will share those with the audience. And these will be available for download in case you're interested to read to read on. Great. So my topic today is Daniel said is fewer tickets, longer life cycles, and I want to look into the landscape of a variety of technologies, audiovisual technology, especially that facility teams need to deal with in today's workplace. And my name is John Wang. I am a CEO and co-founder of IDEA. And I want to first just quickly introduce our background. So we're a company that build enterprise-grade devices for smart workplaces. And we've seen a quick rise of demand for device technology, especially after COVID. So we provide meeting room scheduling panels, visitor management check-in kiosks, digital signage, etc. Of course, the products won't be the focus of what I talk about, but I want to focus on the challenges for facility teams to maintain these devices during and after installation. Hopefully, it'll provide a few useful clues to help guide the teams forward. Also, on the screen here, to this day, we have over 1 million devices deployed throughout the world, and the U.S. market is our biggest, followed by Europe and the rest of the world. We have 2 office locations in Southern California, Los Angeles area, as well as Taipei, Taiwan. And we service, in addition to the IDEA brand, many IT brands who take our products and put their labels on them. So you might find some of the devices look familiar on the other brands. So we try to provide our technology in a variety of ways. So the topic I want to talk about today are a few list here. One is again, the expanding scope of what facility needs to handle. It's not just about providing a space so people can be productive anymore. It's really about bringing in the latest and the greatest technology to enable the team to perform at their top. Then associated with those tasks, there is a growing list of challenges, operational challenges in maintaining these technologies. And one of the focal areas, especially in today's turbulent world, is how do you keep these devices secure and well managed, especially when you're talking about a global scale management. We have clients that span 50, 60 countries, and of course, in every region, there are different facility teams, but how do you have a system that you could back up all these devices and allow these uh, separate teams to manage them in an orderly way. That's something that I'll touch on the challenges today. The fourth one is one of the solutions that we see coming on the horizon, coming from Microsoft. It's a technology called MDEP, which stands for the Microsoft Device Management Platform. And this is a technology that Microsoft has built just for the specific reason to support these devices deployed in workplace, in retail. And last part, I'll talk about how this technology is going to help facilities and IT teams collaborate better and probably enable this IT OT convergence that we've been talking about for so many years. Great. And yeah, if there's any questions, feel free to put in the chat, and I'll try to answer as much as we can today. Okay, so in terms of the team, the roles that facility teams need to put on their shoulders today, we see a few. Especially after COVID, managing space and occupancy is definitely top of the list. And already in that area, it's not just about providing the spaces, it's not how to make them operate efficiently. So sensors, for example, help facilities teams understand how the spaces are used, which type of spaces are in higher demand, which ones are left empty. Maybe it's not because the space itself, maybe it is the environment, the air quality, the air conditioning, the lighting associated with that space. So there definitely already technologies available. And once you have the spaces, how do you make people flow between them smoothly? How do you allow them to find available spaces? So booking systems is one of the areas that we get a lot of demand for. Second category is about audiovisual devices. Definitely there's a lot of in-person, remote, hybrid meetings in after COVID times. And a lot of enterprises have introduced new devices for the single purpose of making sure these meetings run smoothly and give everyone in the meeting the best experience possible. So facility teams now are often brought into the conversation to make sure that the AV devices work properly when people need them to, and choosing the right technology for a specific type of space often also fall on the shoulders of facility teams. Third category is around sustainability. That's definitely one topic, given the global climate today, that people focus a lot on. So here, buildings being one of the, if not the highest segment of as a consumer of energy and emitter of greenhouse gases, is it's in the focus, and facility teams are tasked to tackle this problem. So through various power reduction methodologies, as well as just extending the life cycle of the devices that are deployed into the space, facility teams that we work with are looking for various ways to make sure whatever we're bringing there is helping in this regard. Last but definitely not the least is that facility teams, in addition to managing spaces and choosing spaces, they're also now part of the discussion and decision-making process for technology and procurement choices. So we want to share a little bit of our learnings and what kind of pitfalls that facility teams should look out for when choosing the right technology and channel of procurement for them. And I want to share a little report that we found very useful from a study by Johnson Controls. It's a very new report, 2026 AI and Digitization in Facility Management. And here, I think it echoes a lot of what we hear from the facility industry in terms of what the facility teams consider as the biggest threat for maintaining equipment performance and uptime. So in this report, several factors were named. Top of the list is cyber attack risk. I think this also came up at a few IFMA gatherings that I've participated in. Definitely, cyber attack is a real threat if device is not managed in a secure way. If it goes down, it can bring down the entire workplace with it. Second, budget limitations. We also hear that quite a lot. Then following that, aging infrastructure, especially now, some of the rooms are still running on maybe a decade-old audio-video display technology, but all there are newer computers with USB-C ports that need to connect into these screens. And that not even mentioning about the AI technology that need to come in and various privacy concerns associated when you introduce them. So you may be faced with a need to upgrade the technical infrastructure within buildings. Always a limited staff and resources, limited of options on predictive maintenance tools, etc. So I think my scope today is definitely going to cover some of the top high priority concerns for facility teams, and hopefully you'll find those helpful to you. So what we see, echoing that report, one is a lot of we are providing tools for facility teams to be able to provide online troubleshooting and support. Of course, the IT team is still going to be the main core. But they're not always available. They're not always on site. So giving tools into the hands of the facility team. So when something goes wrong, they can, in the first moment, take the right actions to make sure the continuity of the operation of the spaces is maintained is key. Second is we're seeing a lot of overlap, as we already mentioned, that this is why the IT community is getting so much traction. So FM and IT are definitely overlapping each other now in a lot of decisions that they make, especially when it comes to technology in workspace. And these devices, once they're deployed into the field, maintenance becomes a responsibility of the FM team. And the inconsistency between the maintenance tools, every tool vendor has their own device management cloud. And how do you operate all these devices efficiently? Have perhaps, hopefully one single platform that can manage all these devices is what we hear a lot as a demand. Another thing is products are they're getting shorter life cycles, not because they necessarily break, but just because new technologies keep coming out. So what used to be a 10-year decision cycle might need to need to be discussed every 3 to 5 years. So how do we manage that? How do we make sure the devices that we bring into the portfolio operates for as long as the teams need them, but flexible enough so when they need to be swapped out, they're compatible with the next generation that we choose. So these are the challenges, and hopefully I will offer some answers today. So I think on the horizon, if not already, Microsoft is releasing a technology, as we mentioned earlier, the Microsoft Device Ecosystem Platform, which that's what MDEP stands for. It's a fancy name for a new operating system that's built on the foundation of Android. So Android already is the largest mobile operating system. It's an open source technology that operates more than 3 billion phones uses every day. And traditionally, we know Microsoft for their Windows operating system, which works great on our desktops and keeps our productivity going. So right now, for this webinar, I'm operating on a Windows laptop. However, for lighter weight devices, for conferencing devices, traditionally there has not been a consistent platform. Windows is in some of the meeting rooms, but definitely not in most of the meeting rooms. And if you talk about kiosks, if you talk about digital signage, wayfinding, a lot of times the technology underneath is not Windows. And Microsoft realized that they're missing a huge chunk of the industry where they could potentially contribute value. So their decision was to take the open source Android technology and wrap Microsoft, the much welcomed and needed Microsoft technologies around that open source Android platform and make that into a new offering. And that's how MDEP was developed. So MDEP is the software technology. It can power a number of devices. We'll talk about also a little bit today. But most importantly, once you put MDEP on the device, you enable the device for a few features that are very much needed and helpful for the FM community. So first of all, MDEP provides security updates to these devices. So traditionally, when the FM team purchases a whiteboard, for example, the manufacturer does not always guarantee that the device stays up to date through security patches. And IT teams have a lot of concerns around that because once you have a outdated, outdated smart display, that can become a attack vector for malicious actors to get into the enterprise network. So by having a device adopt the MDEP technology, Microsoft guarantees that every 90 days a new security patch comes out for as long as this device needs to operate. So that's a big plus, a big value that they're adding with this MDEP technology. And two is manageability. So I mentioned earlier, every single vendor, when you purchase their device, they offer you their device management cloud. These are great for managing one-offs. It's a particular device. But what if you're managing 5, 10 different device categories? Do you have one platform? And hopefully that's a platform that IT already approves, already uses. And this oftentimes is the Microsoft Intune, which is a cloud device management that Microsoft offers themselves that already manage almost every single laptop that's in the enterprise, as well as the bring your own device mobile phones that companies deploy company apps on. So by including digital signage, conferencing devices, kiosks into Intune, MDEP makes it a lot easier for IT teams and for facility teams to be able to track how the devices are operating, and if the devices become out of date in terms of the security patches, one can be applied remotely through the Microsoft solution. Last but not least is identity. So when the device connects into a corporate network, it inevitably wants to access certain information on the corporate premise. And we need to assign unique identity to the devices that we bring in. And most of the devices that we purchase today, especially in the AV industry, don't come with that feature. So there is no recognized identity for the devices that we plug in, let alone how the devices access the rest of the IT assets. So by using MDEP, every device now gets assigned a email address the same way that every person has an email address. So when a document is made visible to that specific device, It's the same way that you grant a employee in the company visibility to a certain file. So it's a very unique, a very unified and seamless experience as you would, working with normal corporate assets. So by offering security, manageability, and identity, we believe MDEP does address a lot of the concerns that corporates have in relation to bringing devices into the workplace. So how do we access the MDEP technology? There are various form factors that are already available with MDEP. So in this chart, I want to illustrate some of them. So digital signage, for example, can now be equipped with MDEP, so they are secure and can be managed remotely and can be controlled on what they can see on the corporate network. Kiosks, same fashion. Interactive whiteboards inside meeting rooms, they're available in MDEP as well. Room scheduling panels. So this is also one segment that IDEA focuses heavily on, is also available with MDEP. So basically, all these display devices now can be powered by MDEP and securely maintained and managed in the backend. So how it helps the facility teams? We think that they could definitely improve the operational reliability by making sure that the devices are up to date. They don't break, and if there are reasons they break, they're patched through the regular updates. And the updates are not maintained by a specific manufacturer, but it's maintained by Microsoft, just like how Windows is being updated. Devices can be managed in a more easier way and on a global scale as well. Again, through the Microsoft Intune infrastructure, which most enterprises already use. Security and governance, as I mentioned earlier, about making sure the devices still stay up to date. They don't become the leakage in terms of security protection for the company. And by having this common layer, we hope that this technology also allow the FM and IT teams to be able to make joint decisions easier and have an easier way to communicate mutual needs and be able to find solutions more easily. So we expect that now Microsoft also in their build event earlier this month, they've also released a number of AI-powered devices built on top of the MDEP operating system. So I think it's definitely here to stay, and we expect that soon MDEP will become a common requirement for enterprise-grade devices that need to operate within workspaces. And I think this also enables a partnership between the facilities and IT teams. And I think this is a welcome new way of working for both groups. So facility teams traditionally need to cover workspace operations, occupancy, space, and service delivery. IT looks after security, compliance, identity, device management, and what technology to bring in. And I think common to both is that now MDEP enables a shared responsibility between the facility and IT and provides a solution to both. So both can look after device availability and uptime and jointly define policies around the device management. Definitely will support workflow better, how information flows between the systems, and it will enable a common language. So when IT and facility need to come up with solutions addressing specific needs, there is something common for them to talk about, to share. Um, okay, so we're coming to the end of the session, and I want to maybe give a few useful, hopefully useful tips to the FM team on what they can ask for their during their next technology decision. So I think the devices today, especially when you're talking working on managing multiple facilities, uh, you need to ask whether the device can be remotely managed and at scale. And this is not just about a single device or single category, but about multiple categories of devices. Kiosks, signage, can they all be managed under what IT like to call a single pane of glass? And I think this will help make the operation of the devices much easier going forward. Um, Number two is, are the devices being updated? How is security patch being applied? What about corporate policy, IT policy compliance? How are these addressed? Um, so these are definitely key questions that need to be answered before a device can be accepted by IT and brought into the the enterprise premise. Third is, how long will the platform be supported by the vendor? So if the device, the physical hardware lasts for 10 years, will we continue to get security patches? Will they continue to be managed throughout the 10-year life cycle that's planned? Next is, can the FM and IT teams both have visibility on how the device is operating? So the responsibility can be shared, or is the backend only available to a specific team? So the ability to share responsibility, I think, is also key. And the fifth question is, if we're talking about multiple locations, is the technology standardized enough so we can make a decision that's going to work across multiple geographic areas, multiple languages, and multiple regional policies. So these, I think, are questions that we often get asked, and I hope for FM teams looking at technology, these can be useful questions for you to be aware as well. Okay, so yeah, just a couple more. So so IDEA do offer a few devices, and please do contact IDEA. We'll leave a link to our website and these products in the asset area. And that's my talk. And if you are interested in what I talked about today, please do follow us on LinkedIn. There is quite a bit of activity, and we'll continue to release more information, and hopefully you'll find them all useful. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, John. That was a great conversation. And thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights and exposing MDEP, right, to the community at large. I appreciate everyone joining us today and look forward to seeing you during our next FM Tech Week session on June 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific time with the Farnsworth Group. Thank you again and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Daniel.